It's just gone lunchtime. This is All Angles here on ENCA. So it's that time of the day when we give you an update on how far some of the stories we've been following up for you on channel have advanced. Here's your lunchtime update. Our reporters are out and about, bringing you the latest on today's top stories. I am joined by Siphamandla Goge. He is out in Bloemfontein. We have Ayesha Ismail in Cape Town. And Lethiwe Mdluli is live for us in Richards Bay. All right, Sipa, I'm going to start with you. What are officials in Mangaung saying about continued decay of service delivery and the metro being on the brink of collapse? It's been many years now.
Indeed, many years, and I guess their reaction is just what we can call mixed reaction. They do acknowledge that indeed there are challenges in the city of Mangaung, financial challenges, management and leadership instability. There is a political yo-yo that is going on in Mangaung. A refuse that is not collected is everywhere. My colleague Lingendabambi will show you this is a common scene in Mangaung. This is what you see every time you drive around, you come across such. This is just right in the middle of the CBD in Mangaung, and it's been going on for years. Even President Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa has raised some concerns about how dirty and filthy Mangaung is. So what is currently happening is that the municipality has been struggling with its backlog when it comes to waste collection, because just listen to their reasoning or their explanation. They were unable to get diesel delivered to them. Why was there no diesel? Simply because they did not pay the service providers, people who buy diesel and supply them with diesel. They were not paid. So therefore, there has been that challenge. But most importantly too, they have been struggling with their trucks that help them to collect this waste and this refuse. Some of them have broken down, others are not serviced. So it's a city that is in crisis because it's got a multiple layer of challenges, from political instability, back-to-back political squabbles between the ANC itself and the DA. The Speaker of the Council is said to have been removed. The DA is saying, hang on, not too quick or not too fast. So as all of that is playing out, the biggest losers here are the ratepayers, the residents and business people. Take a listen to what one of the community leaders had to say about the current state of the collapse in Mangaung.
Mangaung, it's a city in crisis with the highest potential to grow and take the citizens' future to the biggest heights, but that particular potential is not being exploited for the simple reason that the systems are not in place, and at this present moment service delivery has collapsed to an extent that the core functions of the institution, to a certain extent, they are being outsourced to the private sector or private companies. And the moment when the private companies take the core functions of government, it means we do not have government.
Right, let's take it to Ayesha now. Ayesha, Police Minister Mdluli and his top brass are in the Western Cape today. The Minister has just given an update on Operation Shanela and crime-fighting efforts in the province. I want to know how police are working or what they're doing to decrease the crime in the area, but also did he respond to the fact that he has to apologize for telling Ian Cameron to shut up?
Well, let me start with the crime aspect first. So Minister Mdluli talked about the successes of Operation Shanela that was started about 5 months ago. But yes, his focus was on the Western Cape. And according to the Minister, in the Western Cape, we saw about 100 murders in 1 week alone. And just last week, we had 10 people being shot dead within 5 days in Gugulethu. We had the first 5 that were shot dead on the 25th of September, and 5 days later 5 more people were shot and killed. And the people that were shot and killed included a lawyer, a prison warder as well as a member of the VIP protection unit. This was a person who was the protector of the Deputy Minister of Police. So Bheki Cele addressed all the aspects of crime in the Western Cape, but he did make the point by saying that it's very interesting to note that most of the crime in the Western Cape appears to be concentrated in the Cape Metro, and so they're going to be doing things differently. They're going to be changing tact. They're going to be putting more boots on the ground in areas that have been declared as crime hotspots, and he says they're also going to be saturating these areas with police officers, including people from different disciplines within the South African Police Service. He also talked about an extra 2,600 police officers that will be deployed in the Western Cape. Coming back to Ian Cameron, this is what Bheki Cele had to say.
The issue of Goge arrest, you can't say people should not take the police on whoever that they want to take forward. But what I know, as they do that case is not over. Those investigations are still going on. It could be 1, 2, 3 people. So maybe when those investigations have been closed and shut because nothing is happening, that thing will then come. But for now, it's their right to continue, but also is the right of the police to continue in investigating. Find me guilty. So that's a headline. Cele has been found guilty, and what is even more laughable is a sanction. What Cele must do. No, simply we are taking this to review. We don't agree with it. There are steps that can be taken going forward. We absolutely do not agree with this outcome. So the Minister of Police will be taking this to review.
All right, let's go to KZN now. Lethiwe, the fire that's consumed a Richards Bay wood chip factory has been going on since Saturday. That's the situation on the ground currently, I understand.
Of course, Maseko, and unfortunately the fire is still going, but talking to the company, they are saying that their focus right now is not on extinguishing the fire, but rather containing it to one area so that it doesn't spread to other industries that are situated next to the NCT company. Right now, though, we just concluded a walkabout with some of the officials here in Mdluli, along with the mayor, Xolani Ngwezi, and in that briefing that they received from the company, they have been told that the situation is under control. The only thing that the company needs is more resources. So basically, we are hearing that there's going to be a meeting here in Mdluli at around 2 p.m. where provincial officials with the company NCT and also the Mdluli officials will be meeting to discuss whether more resources will be deployed to Richards Bay. Currently, there are teams on the ground when it comes to emergency services. We've seen them inside, and it's all hands on deck, basically trying to protect the wood chip piles that were not affected by the fire on Saturday. There are currently 3 stockpiles that are burning, but they are basically contained, and there's no risk right now. But in speaking to the mayor of Mdluli a bit earlier on, Xolani Ngwezi, he did explain that they're basically asking for more resources from the provincial government. This is what he had to say.
We are hopeful that more resources could be deployed on the ground, which is, I think, one of the priorities, which is going to assist us to add on, resources to try and make sure that we contain fire, but also continue to protect the other parts of TWK that has not started burning. And on that, with that regard to TWK, aeroplanes are there to assist in spraying of the chemical from above, and also firefighters are doing that from the ground, because the idea is to make sure that we use all the strategies present.
All right, that was your ENCA lunchtime update from all angles and different provinces, with Lethiwe Mdluli out in Richards Bay in KZN, Ayesha Ismail live for us in Cape Town in the Western Cape, and Siphamandla Goge in Bloemfontein in the Free State.